League of Legends, big game, obviously, all of you probably know about it, put a $500 skin into their game, like a microtransaction skin. Now, I don't know what this skin includes, but there's a video on it, and it is by someone by the name of Necrit, and he kind of explains and breaks it down. And I wanted to give you my opinion on it just because this is something that I think eventually we will probably have to deal with in Call of Duty. And I want to see what is going on with League of Legends. It's one of the biggest games in the world. So the fact that they're doing this, that's going to pave the way for other games to do this. So let's be clear on that before we hear what the actual story is. So let's hear what he has to say.
I'm not sure what to say. Can we go back to the $200 skins?
Well, they already had $200
yesterday,
skins.
Riot finally revealed what is happening with Faker's skins. It all started with Faker's mini documentary getting a teaser, then
Cool.
we got a semi-cinematic trailer for
So if you don't know who Faker is, he's like a pro player.
the skins connected to this, then we got a reveal of those skins, and then we learned about the pricing. And after testing out just how many players would be buying the $200 skins, Riot decided to step up their
You say, Scott, you say surely people don't buy these, right? There's always going to be people that buy these. Whether it's for like a status symbol or just be like, I don't care about my money. I guarantee you, not just some, a lot of people will buy this even at that price. But I want to understand, like, there has to be more than just the skin that you get from this
game and test out just how many players are able to take a loan to get a skin. So without further ado, let's have a look at what is actually happening here. Of course, all of this is tied to something new called the Hall of Legends, a website that is currently giving honor to Faker, perhaps the best League of Legends player, who is also just widely considered the best gamer in the world in general. It is truly incredible to see what Faker was able to accomplish. So some kind of giving honor makes sense here. I mean, if you
100%.
just scroll through the website, you will see some quick recaps of what Faker did. After which, the website immediately dives into
Okay, so Don, you just said Call of Duty Mobile already has $300 to $500 operator skins. I didn't know that, but keep in mind, mobile game, full game. I mean, both free to play, but still.
to the Halls of Legends event. That's right, this is not just about giving honors to the players. It is also about the players giving up their money. However, as much as we may be joking here, the first microtransaction
I also love that this guy is just wearing pajama pants. Can I just point that out? Because I often wear pajama pants, but I don't show my legs in videos. So the fact that he has the balls to just be like, I'm rocking pajama pants.
that's revealed here
Love it.
is pretty good. At least compared to other league standards. Because remember, all in-game purchases are subjective because Riot are the ones setting up the prices. So first we got the Hall of Legends event pass.
Okay.
That's right, we got a whole new battle pass with this, which is still priced within League's reasonable window.
I don't know how much money
Although it is
that
still
is. Does
about
anybody know?
$5 more expensive than all the other passes. So for
Like, I'm
about
going to guess like 1950 is like around $19.50 American. I could be wrong.
$20, expect
okay.
100 levels of unlockable rewards. And here, I really want you to remember that this has 100 rewards, okay? Just keep that 100 in your head. And here you
remember.
honestly get quite the banger rewards. The main prize here is going to be the Risen Legend LeBlanc, which is your standard epic quality skin. Together with this, you will also get all the SKT T1 skins for all the champions that Faker played, 125 Mythic Essence, which is pretty good, that is about 100.
Yeah, I could be wrong. If someone in chat knows more about League of Legends, isn't Faker the guy that never wears skins? Like, I could be wrong, but I think I heard that somewhere, that he like never actually wears skins. So the fact that they're promoting him and then all these skins is kind of hilarious.
Of one of the most prestigious skins, and a lot of Faker-themed items. There are 14 new icons and emotes, the Broccoli Baron title, which is an obvious joke about Faker and the broccoli, the Hide on Bush ward, which I believe is a reference to Faker waiting in bushes with his rise, the Unkillable Demon King banner, which is another reference to his nickname, and 6 loot orbs, each of which should have at least one skin inside. So as you can see, for about $20, that is a lot.
Yeah, I don't really see a problem with that.
That is a pretty good purchase if you play League of Legends a lot.
Yeah.
Because remember,
you have to earn it.
Still a battle pass.
Yeah.
You have to play the game to get all of these.
Just like Call of Duty.
You don't just get them, even though that's what you paid for. But alas, such is the fate of battle passes. So far so good, right? Wrong! Let's have a look at the second microtransaction. Here, you can buy a standalone skin. A skin that has some legendary quality features, but it is not a full rework of the animation.
Jesus. Wait. This is $54.
Still, this one will cost you $50, which in reality is a whole bundle. You can't actually buy this.
So you get the pass with it. You get a skin, you get a takedown taunt, you get a champion, a border. So essentially you get 5 more things for $30 more.
This bundle will also give you the Hall of Legends Battle Pass, which means that technically the skin is only $30.
Yeah.
But it is a marketing trick. They still made you buy things in bulk. So, in reality, the price stays at $50. And what makes this one special is not just Faker's name attached to it. It does have some unique features.
Okay.
The skin has a special taunt that actually gives you a number of all your takedowns.
Well, that's cool.
That's kinda it. You also have your special border and an icon and an emote. But those are kinda standard these days. And no, I don't count getting the actual champion as a bonus. So on top of the quality of a normal epic skin, you are just paying extra $10 for an emote that shows you your takedowns. Which is not the best, but it is still not that bad. No, if we want to go bad, we need to turn a micro...
See, the fact that he's saying that's not that bad is insane to me. Like, that's the full price of a game, almost. It's like more than the price of Helldivers.
...transaction into a macro transaction. And we do that by raising the price 6 times. That's right, as the gaming company trend goes these days. This skin has multiple tiers.
Oh my god,
for purchase.
really?
I mean, where did Riot get this idea? Ubisoft? And yes, we are jumping up from the price of $50 all the way to 32,000 RP.
$324.
Or in other words, about $300. Or
$300,
that
whatever.
That is already more than the $200 skins. And this one is not even part of a gacha system.
So yeah, I don't know this, but... Like, what? Like, I didn't know that they had $200 skins
so
already,
you have
but...
to buy it for that high price directly. It's supposed to be better. I'm not sure if it is. Well, as it tends to be upon seeing this high price. People usually look at what they can get for that price to see if it is justified. So,
that's how you spend money, right?
Let's have a look at what we get. So, for the extra $250, you get an upgraded version of the skin. This skin has an extra feature. It evolves. Based on the video, you get credit for destroying structures or killing opponents, and after getting enough
They brought their prices up when they brought League of Legends to mobile? Oh, really?
Points, the skin evolves. Which pretty much just turns her dress black and it turns her tails into a bunch of foxes. Admittedly, it looks pretty good. And there is also a third evolution, which essentially turns the skin into a prestige version, but that's only up during her ultimate. So when the ultimate goes off, she transforms back. Although while it's up, apparently she also gets unique HUD elements on screen. Now, if you look directly at all the things listed here in this bundle, you have the unique transform...
I don't buy bundles in Call of Duty, and a lot of people do, and it's essentially for the same thing, but I can understand when they're like $15. I can't understand when they're $300. I guess people like really think it's like a status symbol, but like, What?
transformations, which we just mentioned, but here we learned that each transformation
All this just for people to ban the champion before the game starts? That's actually hilarious.
also has unique voice lines, but apparently the skins also get a custom visual announcer, which I assume is not a new voice for the announcer. It should really be just a new.
I got the King Kong glove and that was expensive. Yeah, that was like $80 total when you bought all the bundles,
around
right?
The words First Blood. Then this skin also has a unique animation for destroying towers and killing enemies. It is this fox slamming down, which looks like a finisher from Valorant. And all things considered, this should be an entirely new thing. As far as I am aware, finishers don't exist in League of Legends, even though they exist in every other Riot game. So from a marketing perspective, I have to advise you, don't get baited into buying an expensive skin because it has some features which other skins don't. Eventually, after this feature gets tested, it is extremely likely we will see other finishers in the game.
But you're gonna have to pay $300 for them.
Maybe it will be turned into a separate cosmetic.
Probably.
That's what would make sense. Once the Pandora's box gets opened, it will be everywhere. And it happens in literally every live service game ever. So don't buy it just for the finish.
Call of Duty has finishers, by the way.
Anyway, next, it also gets mentioned that you get everything from the previous bundle. So, pretty much just the border icon and emote, and also the battle pass. There is also a holographic immortalized splash art, which sounds
what does that even
way
mean?
too cool for an animated splash art which you are only going to see during Champion Select. So you will see it exactly for like 60 seconds. There is also a dynamic profile background, which I assume is the exact same animation which you can see on screen right now, except you will see it on your profile. An immortalized border, so a cooler version of the previous border, and new icon and emote, so a cooler version of the previous icon and emote.
What?
So really, you don't get much from the previous pack. And that should be what justifies the $250.
Oh, it's
it means
$250?
you are paying for the transformation feature, and that is honestly it. You are raising it from an epic skin to a legendary skin for $250. But
that's not it.
If you look down there, you know that's not it. We all know that there is also the third bundle. So, let's rip the band-aid off. So, for over double the price, or 59,260 RP, or in other words, almost $520, the new features better get mind-blowing. And you know what? They will blow your mind. I'm just not sure it's gonna be in a good way. So, on top of the skin evolving for another $250, which overall is more than the minimum wage of many countries around the world, the skin gets a new Faker's signature move, which shows Faker above Ari. Yeah.
That's
also, you have Faker's structure finisher, which gives you a bit of red smoke around the tower when you destroy it and a signature pops up. Next, you also have the final boss Faker title, which, first of all, that is a weird title. Would I be the final boss Faker Necrit? Doesn't really have the ring to it. But also, I am pretty sure people will get bullied if they are caught with this title, just like they have with the $200 Jin skin. Then of course there is yet another border with yet more icons and emotes. So again, the previous ones
honestly, like, the battle pass makes sense. Like, I understand why people would get that. You're getting like 100 different things. You're getting like
their value.
3 things for an extra $250.
There is also a new signature splash art, which is exactly the same as the previous one, except
God is gonna do this.
This one is signed.
People would
just to remind you, that is a digital signature on your screen for $500. Then it mentions you also get everything from the previous bundles, which is pretty much the transformation feature of the skin and the battle pass. You also get a special chroma recolor of the LeBlanc skin, and a special recolor for all the T1 skins of the champions that Faker played. But lastly, and most importantly, you also get 100 pass levels.
Oh, so you
Now
get to
let
skip
me
the entire
ask you
pass.
a question. Do you remember the thing I told you to remember?
Yeah.
That's right. Why play a game that gives you rewards, which you paid for, when you can pay $500 and just skip everything
And
get
not have to
all
play
the
the game.
rewards at once? What's crazy about this is that, yes, this is literally just you buying a digital signature and 100 level boosts. That is it. That is honestly wild. Like, look, if Faker doesn't personally come to my room and
Okay,
sign
I need someone in chat that plays League of Legends. Can you buy tiers in the battle pass like you can in Call of Duty? Like, can you go in and say, I want to buy 5 tiers? And if so, how much does each tier cost?
the tower I just destroyed, I'm not sure if it's worth it. In fact, now you might be asking, just who is this for? Well, let me tell you, it's for all the people who buy all the skins, regardless of what they are. To which you might argue, those people don't exist.
No, I know it's 100 COD points in COD. I'm talking about in League of Legends, Chief.
To which I would reply, oh yeah, they do. I have the receipts. Those people are real. They scare me, dude. Now, throughout all of this, I have to let my opinion out. And the truth is, I don't really care what Riot is selling.
Yeah, and this is where I fall in this too. Is I don't care. I don't care if they have $500 skins. Like, if I really wanted this, am I going to spend $500? No. If I really wanted it, would I spend 20? Maybe. But it's $500. I'm just not going to spend it.
It's a skin, and fortunately, a skin can't ruin gameplay. Of
Yeah.
course, there are exceptions. So
I don't know
is
that story,
League
but
worse because this skin got released? Arguably not. So I'm not mad at Riot or anything like that. I just think they've gone mad. Because
Yeah,
I have
that's
no
where I fall
idea
on
who
it.
could even greenlight this. Also, I am mad. The drama is not over. You'll see some pretty
Oh.
awful things coming in just a second. Anyway,
It's not
this
done?
is supposed to be a celebration of Faker. Instead, it is a celebration of the people who can afford to celebrate Faker. And honestly, I don't think that's gonna be many. I still think a lot of people will buy the base $50 version. That's gonna be way more people than you probably think. A slightly smaller chunk of all of those people will actually go for the $250. It sounds ridiculous, but I actually believe that. But hopefully not too many people get baited into the $500 bundle. That one is a joke. And
what's insane to me is you are paying this much money for one character. It's not like you get all of these things on every character that you can play. It's not like every time you get a kill on every character, it counts the little thing above your head. It's just this character.
the dumbest part about all of this is that I don't think Faker even gets a cut from this. Like,
What?
if Faker gets 90% of all the profits, a lot more people would feel better about their illusion that they are actually supporting an individual. But it's more likely that Riot will get most of the profits.
Yeah,
And
he'll probably
many
get like
people will
5%.
feel like Riot is just leeching off of Faker, which, in this case, that's exactly what they might be doing. So, apparently that is indeed what's happening. Because on the website they confirm that 30% of the profits will go to the entire team. Which is reasonable because Faker wouldn't be where he is without
That's actually, from what I understand, a pretty decent
the
revenue
team.
split on
But
this
not
kind of
only
thing.
is the 30% cut quite bad, but that also means that Faker
I could be
directly
wrong,
gets
but-
even less. So overall, the situation is not amazing. But don't worry, we are not done with the drama
Yeah, and
just
then the
yet.
character gets
Because there
nerfed.
is one more thing we have to mention. At the very bottom, there is also an FAQ for this skin. And here
Okay.
they talk about how long the event will be up for, what the Hall of Legends is about. They even talk about how the pricing was decided. Long story short, it is for those who are looking to flex their fandom.
Their wallets. Flex their wallets.
For $500. Yeah, do you remember feeling pride and accomplishment? Also, in another question, they mentioned that this will return annually. Yep,
Oh.
Riot plans to release a new $500 skin every year. But
No surprise. No surprise.
that's not the worst part. Somehow things get far worse. And I mean,
But wait,
this is
there's
the bottom
more.
of the barrel of predatory practices. Because after
bunch of
setting
whales,
up this
yep.
ridiculous price, and after trying to bait people into buying something they will absolutely regret buying the next year, they drop the sickest line on the entire website. At current, this content is meant to be available for limited time only, and there are no plans to bring these cosmetics back.
The FOMO, using the FOMO. Well, you either buy it now or you don't buy it at all. So,
Likewise, there are no plans to add the Hall of Legends cosmetics to the loot pools, including rerolls. That's right. This is a $500 FOMO. If it was just $500, who cares?
Call of
It's
Duty
a
does
skin
that too,
the
but not
world
for
won't
$500.
burn. But if you say, hey, that's a $500 skin, and it will never return, well, now you are absolutely just baiting people into buying it. This is, without a doubt, predatory. Because you are exploiting your own player's impulsiveness. And you know this is what you are doing because this is an extremely common practice in sales.
Yep.
This is garbage. And even though before it was just jokingly bad, with this single line, any solidarity you could have had before was just destroyed. I understand that the feedback will be
I don't even know how like rerolls or anything like that work within League of Legends, but it's so many games are doing this right now.
I understand
the FOMO
that the
shit.
prices will not change as a result, but this should not be a limited purchase. There is no reason to do it, and you are actually harming people. So please, Riot, reconsider this. And that is the $500 skin explained.
He did a great job
honestly
explaining
don't even know how we got to this point. It all started with prestige skins, then we got some mythic essence, then we got $200 skins, and now we are up to $500.
And they're gonna keep
like,
going
honestly,
up.
What's gonna be next?
$1,000.
There has to be a $1,000 bundle one day, right?
Yeah.
Like, that is where we are going. There is like nothing else that can be done now. Every video game under the sun has multiple editions that have ridiculous prices. And now, why do skins have the same thing?
I have something to explain after this.
It is confirmed that it will be coming back annually, so it will be a $500 annual FOMO.
Yep.
And you know what's the worst about all of this? Riot warned us. They warned us with the tag they put on their trailer.
Expensive. They knew it was expensive. That's hilarious. So, this is what I will say about microtransactions and my experience with them. There was a point, I can't remember what, it might have been Modern Warfare 2019, where I was buying cosmetics because I honestly was not using them in game. I would use the default skin, and like Zach and Lazy and everyone would make fun of me for it. But because I had other skins, but I didn't care. I didn't use them. What I bought them for was to use them for thumbnails on YouTube. And I was like, okay, it's a business expense. Now there's just ways to go into the game files and get them and use them for thumbnails. So I don't even buy them for that. Like, I still use default skins. I think all of the skins that I have in game are literally from either Battle Pass, which Battle Pass I'm fine with buying. I don't mind it. It's my live service game of choice. So I'm going to do that. But me looking a certain way in game, I don't care. Just look at the leaderboard at the end of the game and then you can see my name. That is the way that I think of them, and clearly not all people think that way. Some people, it's all about those cosmetics. So that's my opinion on them, but you can let me know what you think.